Your health is not an option, it is the foundation that determines every direction your life will take. And the powerful truth many men overlook is that waiting until something hurts is the fastest way to lose the strength, vitality, and confidence you depend on every single day. Your body begins whispering long before it screams, and those early signs, fatigue, discomfort, changes in energy, shifts in mood, or slight pain, are not inconveniences but warnings that demand respect and attention before they grow into something that steals years from your future. A urologist sees countless men who believed they were fine until their silence turned a small issue into a battle that could have been prevented with one simple checkup or an honest conversation about their health. What many men don't realize is that prevention isn't a weakness, it is leadership over your own life, and it is a form of love for the people who depend on you, trust you, and look to you for stability. The older woman's wisdom reminds you that strength is not measured by how much pain you can hide, but by how willing you are to protect the life you're building by being proactive, responsible, and aware of your body. Every moment you choose to care for your health, you are choosing more time to live with purpose, more energy to give to your family, and more years to enjoy the things that bring you joy without fear or limitation. When you ignore your body, you gamble with your future, but when you listen to it, you gain control, clarity, and the power to live a long and meaningful life. Men are taught from a young age to hold their pain inside, to stay quiet, to appear strong even when something inside them is breaking, and this silent pressure becomes a lifelong habit that keeps them from asking for help when they need it the most. A urologist sees the consequences of this silence every day because men often wait until discomfort turns into danger, until a small issue becomes something complicated simply because they were too embarrassed to speak about what they were feeling. Many men believe talking about their health makes them look weak, but the truth is that communication is the greatest form of courage because it requires honesty, vulnerability, and the willingness to protect your future. An older woman's wisdom teaches that strength is not measured by how quiet you can remain during struggle, but by how bravely you can express what you're going through before it becomes a burden that steals your peace. When you open up, you give yourself permission to heal, to understand your body, and to take action before problems grow beyond your control. Silence creates distance, fear, and hidden suffering, but communication builds clarity, connection, and confidence, allowing you to make informed decisions about your health and your life. The moment you choose to speak about what hurts, what worries you, or what confuses you, you break a cycle that has been holding men back for generations, and you replace shame with wisdom and fear with empowerment. A urologist isn't someone to hide from, but someone who helps you protect your strength, your masculinity, and your long-term well-being through knowledge and early awareness. And the older woman guiding you reminds you that the people who love you want to understand you, help you, and support you, but they can only do that if you let them into the parts of your life you've kept silent for too long. Your future health is being shaped quietly by the choices you make every single day, long before any doctor gives you a warning or your body sends you a serious signal that something needs to change. Men often think problems appear suddenly, but in reality, they grow slowly through habits that seem harmless in the moment: late nights, high stress, poor diet, lack of movement, skipped checkups, and the belief that I'll start taking care of myself later. A urologist sees how these small decisions compound over time, turning simple issues into complicated ones that could have been avoided with just a little awareness and discipline each day. An older woman understands this deeply because she has lived long enough to see that daily routines become the architecture of your future, shaping your strength, your energy, and your longevity in ways you don't notice until years have already passed. Your body remembers everything you do to it and everything you fail to do for it, and it responds accordingly with vitality, stability, and confidence, or with fatigue, discomfort, and limitations that slow you down. The foods you choose are not just meals. They are fuel that determines how well your organs function, how balanced your hormones stay, and how effectively your body repairs itself as you age. The stress you carry without release doesn't disappear. It settles into your system, affecting your sleep, your mood, and even your long-term health, especially in areas men rarely think about until complications arise. Movement is not just exercise. It is a message to your body that you want to stay strong, flexible, and prepared for the years ahead. When you take small steps every day, you build a future where health is not a struggle, but a natural result of consistent self-respect, proving that discipline today becomes the freedom, clarity, and strength you rely on tomorrow. Many men grow up believing that aging is the beginning of decline, but the truth carried by experience and wisdom is that aging is a privilege, a chance to live with more clarity, purpose, and understanding than you ever had in your youth. A urologist knows that with awareness, prevention, and simple lifestyle adjustments, men can remain strong, capable, and vibrant far longer than they imagine, because the body responds powerfully to care no matter what age you start. An older woman sees the beauty in aging because she has learned that life becomes richer when you value your health, your peace, and your time instead of chasing the illusions that once distracted you. You deserve to grow older with pride, not fear, knowing that you have the strength to protect the life you've built and the wisdom to make decisions that honor your future. There is nothing weak about wanting to live long enough to enjoy your success, guide the next generation, or witness the milestones your younger self only dreamed about. Every healthy choice you make today is a gift to your future self, a way of saying that you believe your life is worth protecting and your years are worth expanding. Many men underestimate how much power they still have over their health, thinking it's too late to change. But a urologist sees transformations happen every day when men finally decide to take their well-being seriously. The older woman's voice reminds you that you are not aging to become smaller, but growing to become fuller, wiser, and more capable of living with intention and strength. When you invest in yourself, you create a future where you move with confidence, speak with authority, and live with the kind of peace that comes from knowing you did everything possible to honor your body and your life. Chat.